Would you mind just delving into a little bit about that treatment? Because I think for so many people, they don't really understand sometimes, especially if you're not an African American, what you went through. And so I think it's important for them to understand and to try and place themselves in that situation.
So I'll start off by saying I was an All-American high school and college athlete, track and field. It was like 60 pounds ago, but I was still an All-American. And I really was a no-nonsense person. And this is literally, I think, the first shift on duty, February 2001. I said, hey, I know the fire service, you all have this hazing thing, but I'm telling you right now, don't touch me, don't touch my food. We'll be okay if you abide by those two asks, or demands rather. So to my knowledge, it never touched me, never touched my food, but being called the N-word at work, hearing the N-word all the time, as if they're just calling someone buddy, that was just commonplace. Having a noose on my locker, broken glass on my bunk boots, racial epithets written on pieces of paper stuffed in my locker. Those are my experiences. And I remember one particular occasion as I'm walking through the day room, heading out to my car to get something. They were playing Super Nintendo. And that's how long ago this was, Super Nintendo. Yeah. And as I get to the door, a guy that I went to the academy with, who I considered a real good friend, despite our stark differences as individuals, as people. He was playing the Street Fighter game, and he said, come on in, kick his butt, but use the A word. So I get to the door, and as I hear it, I stop and I look back, and I'll just make up this word, this name, because this is not his name, but I look back and I said, John, you too? That's how prevalent it was. I turned to him and said, you too, not, wow, I can't believe you said that, but you as well. You are also a racist. And it was a shock to me, right? Because, your experience at the academy, or as we call it here in Oakland, Tower, that's a special occasion, and you truly had family members out of that experience. And I considered him a brother. Again, although he hunted, dipped tobacco, and wore Mossy Oak, and I wore Ralph Lauren polo. We could not have been any different, but nevertheless, I considered him a brother. So that hurt. That hurt when I got to the door and heard him say that. And as I say, John, you too, I walk out, and he literally comes running behind me. And this is his exact words. I'll never forget this. I remember it as if it was yesterday. He said, Reggie, I'm so sorry. I say it so much outside of work, it slipped. That was his response verbatim. So that was my experience, and that's really led me to be the person in position of authority that I am today. I believe the title of leader is given to us by others. So although I feel as if I exercise leadership, it's for those members of the organization and the community that I serve. They determine if I'm a leader. But me being in a position of authority that I am, that's why I have the position that I have on treating everyone with dignity and respect. And I truly believe, Chief, if anyone was able to feel what bigotry, discrimination, or racism felt like, they wouldn't dare impose that on someone else.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, it's truly my job as the chief of the department to ensure that everyone feels safe, everyone feels valued, and everyone is treated with dignity and respect. So doesn't matter your gender, your orientation, your pronoun, your religious preference, none of that matters. What matters is our mission, and what matters is us treating each other with the utmost dignity and respect.